You know, this part right here, I'll play this first part again because this shit is really funny to me, and I got this put on a song. I put this shit on a cover for the song.
This guy sounds like a real problem. He's got stuff going on.
This guy sounds like a real problem. Look, hold on. What's up, chat? Let me set something up real quick. We're gonna get into this. Today is gonna be very, very interesting. I will say that. I will say that we got some really crazy stories to tell here. As you can see, day 3 of Exposed Industry Week is the CEO who talks shit about me. And this is interesting right here. And I have receipts and proof and everything. So obviously, typically, you do need to make sure you have stuff, if you have receipts of certain things and it's good. Obviously, we don't all have receipts of certain things, but if you have them, it does help for sure. Okay. So before we get started, of course, we partner with Rise. So shout out to Rise, and today we finally dropped our first official. Where's my thing at? Hold on. There we go. We partnered with Rise and we dropped our first official post today. It's been a while, so I'll separate this stream between the other one, of course, to like keep things separate. But you see underneath the cam, we got the Rise and Shine right here. I've been teasing it all week, and they partnered with me a few months ago, and we finally got the shots up, as you can see. So they partnered with me last year, but I haven't gotten around to dropping, the pics. But I took these some time ago, and you can see like I've been actively using the product. The bag is messed up, and everything like that, but I feel like it keeps the organic, side to it. This stuff is really good. I appreciate the love that people are giving. I sent it to a few people that I follow that also follow Rise. So shout out to Rise Superfoods for sponsoring me, and I'm really excited about this. And it's a very, very good product. A lot of benefits and everything like that. I'll do a stream tomorrow and I'll re-go over all this again. I got the Rise right there. Right now I have some tea, but earlier I was drinking some. It would have been better to do this earlier, but I just been really tired and I had to do some work. So we got some tea right now, but we'll run it back tomorrow. We'll run it back tomorrow. I'll give you the full breakdown, the full experience and everything like that. But for now, this will be the first part of that stream. So shout out to Rise, announcing my new partnership with the greatest Rise Superfoods mushroom coffee in the world. I've tried several different brands of mushroom coffee, but the Rise Superfoods flavor stands out to me the most, especially when you add a little creamer to it. Use code OutByNature15 to save on all your purchases, and be sure to keep up for my new Rise Superfoods drops. Product photography and creative direction credits, Devonte Infinity, of course. So yeah, we have this first shot right here. This is the hero shot. I took a few shots, but I only wanted to post a couple of them for this first post. So, we got the hero shot right here. Beautiful shot, background, got nice color going. The sun's hitting it and everything. And then we have a wide shot right here to focus on the cup. Kind of goes over here. And then we have like an end product while we're stirring it in motion. That's why it looks like that. It's a cool little graphic. And then we made this graphic this morning before we dropped it. Sponsored by Rise. Use code OutByNature15. Let's go. So shout out to Rise. Big time for that. For teaming up with me and believing in me. And if you don't know who Rise is, you can see they have over 1 million followers. This is a big time brand, the biggest mushroom coffee brand in the world. And we're blessed to be a part of that. I'm out sometimes in public and I see literally ads of this on the TV, on the screens during the Super Bowl and all of that. And it's really, really cool to be in this business and to be able to see these brands that you work with and you partner with just being you know, all over the world, all over TV and everything like that. So I was grateful to be a part of this. And tune in, we have more stuff coming. And of course, with the Huel, so you go back to the stream, go back to the camera here. We'll try to zoom in a little bit. Shout out to Huel, Timberland, Becky Seminar right here. And we got a couple clients underneath that. So again, Huel's another one of my sponsors. Timberland, we've partnered together, worked on a couple campaigns together. A lot of cool stuff. And in Becky Seminar, we have some campaigns out as well. But we're not partnered together essentially, but we do work together quite a bit, and I love their products. So yeah, shout out to Rise Coffee. Go follow me on Instagram, man. It's looking beautiful. I'm gonna add my Rise highlight here soon, and I need to update my link tree and put my Rise Coffee link into my link tree. But for now, you can use code OUT15 until I get that up. And we have been working, as you can see. So go show some love to that. We've been dropping a lot of stuff on YouTube as well. So we've been working. Now today, we got day 3, the CEO who talks shit about me. This is going to be interesting. That's all I'm going to say. Very interesting. So before we get into this story, respectfully and professionally, I will need to give a lot of context here. In no way or form is this about bashing the CEO, but this is a real thing that happened, and this is something that I was not supposed to see. So that says a lot, and I'll give you a little more context to it. And look, and just to give you a little sneak peek, we have literally screenshots, a screen recording, a photo, and everything of this guy right here in the folder. You can see it right here in this folder. Screen recording here, screenshots, not this one. Let me delete this one just for now. But we have screenshots, screen recording, and we have a photo. So I'm not making this shit up. I honestly don't enjoy being in these types of situations, but it happened. I found some stuff out, and yeah, so let's start to get into the story here. So to add some context to kind of how this started, this was all the way back in 2024. So it was quite some time ago. It's 2023 now, if that says anything, and this was with a company called Scentbird, and the platform that I was connected with that client through is called Upshot. So the company that connected me with, how do I explain this? Okay, look. Sometimes it's you and the brand, sometimes it's you and the client, sometimes it's you and a platform that get you connected with that brand slash client. So in this case, the brand that I'm working with is called Scentbird, and maybe I'll attach like an image or something so you can see what Scentbird is. It was a drink mix. They sent me a drink mix, and they sent me one of their cups. Very cool, very interesting product. I did enjoy it. I think I did finish the product as well. So that's the client, and I had no issues with the client. The issues came from the CEO of the platform that connected us. And that platform is called Upshot Creatives. You'll also see in the screenshots. So in the screenshots, the platform that this is on is Slack, I believe. This is Slack. Slack is, think of it like Discord, but for business. So you can't, it's not as much as Discord, but it's pretty much like Discord. It's like a communication platform. Businesses use it, especially in this business. A lot of different businesses and brands use it. Platforms like this, they use it to connect and kind of like manage people in their systems. You know, you can put systems on it and everything like that. It's pretty convenient, pretty much. So to give you context on the story, it took us a while to even get situated with the client. So I was going through, the reason why I didn't stream this yesterday is because I just wanted to take a day off and take a break. But I also didn't have all the receipts. I had to go through and find like these screenshots and everything. So from what I learned from going through our old emails and going through hundreds and if not thousands of photos to try to find these, is that we connected, I believe, in April 2024. Around March slash it was March, April 2024, around that area. And I didn't actually get booked for these guys until the 6th, 7th month of the year, which is June, July. So long story short, it took us months for them to get me my ads to shoot with the client. Not that that's the problem now. I can't remember everything that was going on with that. It took them that long. I think the pay was really low. It was like $70 or something, which is extremely low. And I was probably just doing it just to do it at that time. I wouldn't dare take a $70 gig ever in my life now. Let's keep that clear. But hey, like I said, cheap clients, cheap problems, and not even necessarily the brand, but the platform itself. So um yeah. Now I'm gonna show you this first screenshot, and I'm gonna show you this first screenshot only because it'll help me get this first part. It'll help me give you like a better understanding of this first part. So really quick, before we get into this, this is with Upshot Creatives. They're the platform that I'm speaking with, and the CEO of Upshot Creatives is this guy named Dylan Hayes. This is how he looks. He's the owner and the CEO. And I'll tell you one thing, he looks exactly how he sounds. And he acts exactly how he sounds. And he acts exactly how he looks. So that's how bro looks. And keep this in mind really quick. I'm trying not to keep things scattered. Um I was gonna pull up this, but I don't know if it'll be too much at one time. Okay, let's just give some context real quick. What she's saying here and what this is I don't even think I'll be able to pull this up, but this is a screenshot of me basically telling her about a little bit about my situation. So she screenshot it and sent it to this guy, and I wasn't supposed to see this thread, but I did. And I even commented on it. And once I commented on it, nobody said shit. And that's another reason why, like, I knew I wasn't supposed to see this. What's up, Leela? Appreciate you stopping by. Leave a follow, man. We're getting into some real industry stuff right now. That's what's up. That's what's up. So a little bit of context on this is that it's a nice stream. It's a nice stream. This is our episode today, day 3. The CEO talk shit about me. I'm exposing the CEO. So a little bit of context. I think that there was a slight delay in my submission before I was able to send something to them. I think that I had some sort of delay, I had some sort of issue, and I wasn't able to send it as soon as I needed to. So, yeah, oh yeah, it's gonna get better. Just stick around, leave a sub, and you're gonna see it's gonna get really interesting. So things happen, things happen, and sometimes you can't deliver. So I try my part to make sure that if something's coming up, that I at least let people know, even if it's in the shits. So I will say our partnership didn't start off as smooth as it should have. I wasn't able to get the brief in for a while, and then whenever they finally sent me the brief, there were some delays. Now, where I knew it was gonna really, really make things difficult is when my stuff got stolen. Yes, I know it sounds whack, it sounds odd, it sounds fucking stupid. I completely understand. And that's what she sent him right here. So if you look at this right here, it's not letting me go up and down for some reason. It's just only zooming in, which is really stupid. Let me make sure you can see it to an extent. So if you can see right here, this is the CEO and this is like his assistant or whatever, Luella. So this thread right here, I was not supposed to see this. This was a private thread between the two of them, and I caught them talking shit about me, mainly the CEO. So this was really crazy how it happened, because this is honestly, it's not a, I don't know, it's not a coincidence But I think it's really funny because things like this, you never see things like this. This is stuff that you're not supposed to see. I think they messed up one of the threads inside the chat. Look at this bot in the chat. I'm not even saying anything and they're just like auto sending messages as if I replied to them. But I sent what was I saying? I don't remember. So look, she basically took a screenshot of what I sent, and what I sent was kind of me explaining my situation. Now, there's two things that come with taking this type of responsibility. One, it sucks. It sucks really bad. When you're already having an issue with a project and then another issue pops up, it's not good. It's not good. And I knew that this situation was going to go one way only. Now, there's two different ways it could have gone. They could have kind of, been patient and etc. And we got through this and maybe did something else again. But I honestly didn't expect to, and I didn't hold him up to that expectation. When it comes to me having issues or what basically what I'm trying to say is I take my responsibility. I don't have an issue with taking responsibility when I fuck up. So I already fucked up once. I can't remember exactly what was going on. There's a lot of stuff going on at the time is all I remember. And like I said, that there was a slight delay in uploading the videos to the deadline. And then after that, I was shooting more, shooting more of the B-roll. Apparently, I think something else. Okay, I think this is what it was. Apparently, one of the parts was missing. And I don't know what happened. One of the parts was missing and they wanted me to reshoot it, and then it was a lot of stuff going on between us. This was not a very smooth partnership. I'll be honest. Now, where it got disrespectful though is I don't think it needed to go that far, especially because of how honest I was being. So that was the first part of the issue. The second part of the issue, I was out, I was shooting more B-roll for the client, and I think I had to reshoot something. I was out, I was playing basketball. I can't remember if it was outside, if it was at a gym, but I was playing basketball in public and I had a bag. I brought my bag. So in that bag, I had the did I say Scentbird earlier? It's not called Scentbird. It's like Freebird or something like that. I'll add it in on here whenever I get the chance. Look at the bot left after I called him out. Like, come on, you guys are always in here trying to scam somebody, bro. Dumbass bots. But long story short, my stuff got stolen. This is not something that you ever want to happen when you're working with brands. I promise. So my bag got stolen and my Scentbird bottle was in that bag. Or not Scentbird. God damn. What is it called? It's something bird. It's something bird, okay? The client's product was in my bag and it was stolen, which is very unfortunate. I don't know if the mix was in there too, but the bottle was gone and the bottle was obviously the star of the show. This all white part right here is me basically sending it to Luella, basically explaining my situation. And I knew it was gonna suck. Like, it hurt a lot to have to deal with this, and like it hurt a lot to have to go through this. But like I said, I take responsibility and I have to just say it. I have to say it, even if I'm in the wrong, even if something's out of my control. I just had to say it. We're working together. So I tell her. So if you see on this thread, they started a whole new private thread, and she said, "Hello, Dylan. Hey, sitting here, Devonte situation right now with this, face like this is dragging already. Given that his bag was stolen, with the CEB shaker bottle. And so this is when the guy started talking shit. And I have, keep in mind, this is how bro looks, and I have the audio recorded right here. And I put this shit in a song too. So let me see what this one is. Okay, so it looks like from this screenshot, I can't remember exactly how it happened in terms of me finding out they were talking shit. I think they either went to start a new thread, or at some point in this thread we already had, they made the mistake of doing it in the same thread. I can't remember what happened, so don't take my words verbatim, but the fact is, I was definitely not supposed to see them talking shit. So we have right here Devonte Infinity. Hey, we need that other footage and the refilm shot of looking tired, so it's exhausted. The materials folder is just a normal Google folder. So it should just upload like normal as possible. If the footage you filmed got corrupted somehow, or that it's a super large file size and internet connection where you are is slow. Any of those could cause the issue of failing to upload. That said, you still need to put them in this exact folder. Hopefully this folder isn't actually live still. Please do whatever it takes to make that happen today at all if possible. So this is when I caught them talking shit pretty much. She added him and sent this. You know, this guy sounds like a real problem. Da da da. Thanks, Dylan. I agree. Da da da. I wasn't supposed to see this, but I did. And I remember waking up to this shit. I was like, what are these notifications that I'm getting? Because I didn't hear anything they said before that. But this is how I know, hey, things work. The world works in mysterious ways. Because I got pinged on a couple of these texts, and I'm going to them, and I'm like, what? Are they really doing this right now? So check this out. So look. Yeah. So look. In the beginning of this, you can see in this thread, they're talking about me, and I was not supposed to see this. So they're talking about something, notify him at Luella. And then he said, I made a video of it before explaining it, though. I'm not sure where that is. Maybe PM chat. Hello, Dylan. Hey, sitting here, Devonte's situation right now. This dragon already, given that his bag was stolen with the shaker bottle. And he sent her a voice message, and I found it, and I recorded it.
This guy sounds like a real problem. He's got stuff going on. I don't like this dude already. But literally, the only thing we need is just for him to film shots of himself waking up late, looking tired, looking disheveled. We already have shots of him drinking it and smiling, so that's fine. He doesn't need to have a shaker.
I just want to restart that part because that's the funniest part about this. And I put this in a song, and it's coming out in my new album. So
This guy sounds like a real problem. He's got stuff going on. I don't like this dude already. But literally, the only thing we need is just for him to film shots of himself waking up late, looking tired, looking disheveled. We already have shots of him drinking it and smiling, so that's fine. He doesn't need to have a shaker. We just need him to film shots of himself looking tired, looking disheveled, waking up late, having bad mornings. That's all the editor needs. And it just has to be at different angles and different shots from completely different from the one where he drinks it and looks positive. Because that was the problem, is that he had the exact same shot and angle for the one where he was drinking it and looking happy as he did for his pain points, which makes no sense. So as long as the pain points are shot then differently than how he drank it.
I'm gonna just cut it right now because his voice is kind of annoying me, to be real with you. But yeah, like I said, he looks and acts exactly how it sounds. This is him right here. And this screenshot. This is when I replied to them. And I replied to them twice. And once I replied to them, because look, I'm an instigator. I'm an instigator. And at this point, the boundary's been crossed. So now I don't really care. But obviously, I still did it in a professional manner. So they didn't know that I saw this, right? I come in, and you can see right here, I come in, and I say, I understand, I'm aware this was coming, and after the difficulties, it's only right. I will get those to you today. And they were fucking stunned. They didn't say anything in this thread for the rest of the time. And especially, I circled back, and I circled back, and I said, I agree, at Dylan Hayes at Luella. Let me make sure you can see this. Hold on, I gotta pull it right here. Yeah, I said I agree at Dylan Hay. I like look, I added both of them in their own thread of them talking shit to me. I said I agree at Dylan Hayes at Luella. He had a very rough week last week. Thankfully, this week has been off to a much better start. I sent over a few raw shots today successfully via WeTransfer to Luella. I hope these work. And that's the CEO talking shit about me in a thread that I wasn't supposed to see, and I saw it. So of course I'm gonna instigate it, but and I did it in a professional way as well. So it took us it took us some time to wrap up that project. I was able to get the stuff uploaded again. I think I was having connection issues. I had my bottle get stolen. I had my stuff get stolen. Um, and then I think that there was like a slight delay in the delivery, meeting the deadline, and it wasn't the best experience for my end. It wasn't, my most it wasn't my best time, but I was able to get the stuff uploaded and everything, and then eventually I deleted all the B-roll. It just so happens that I thought I was done with everything. So wait, well hold on, one more part. Hold on, let me go back to it. As you can see, she said, thanks at Dylan Hayes. Agreed. This is Devonte's last and first ad. I already advised the PMs that will drop him. I forgot what PM means, but obviously they're talking to the team. They didn't expect me to see this, and I saw it. Thank God I saw it. So they were just gonna wait for me to send the stuff. It's gonna get cleared, and then I was gonna get dropped. Luckily, after I sent that message and the stuff was able to go through the drive, I left the group, deleted my account, deleted Slack, like all that shit. I just got off. I didn't honestly have any interest in working with them at that point either, and I kind of already understood where it was gonna go, and it just wasn't the smoothest experience. So it is what it is. Just moved on from that. And I went through all of that, and I did all of that to get paid shitty anyways. I got paid $70, for that. So I already was gonna leave because I don't work for that rate, and if I'm saying that about that time, you should see what they look like now. So at that time, $70 was already not really cool for me, and that's what they were paying for everything for their projects, and that's super low balling, especially for me. And I was gonna leave anyway after that. So, I guess that just kind of sped up the process. Um, but it was funny because after that, there was a time that I got hit back up again from Luella. I think she texted my phone or something. She was like, "Hey, basically, she's missing this clip and this clip. Do I still have it?" And I was basically like, "I don't know." Like I deleted all my stuff. I don't know. I deleted all my stuff and moved on. So they did all this shit. They basically did all this shit, said all this stuff, and I sent her everything to the link, and it went through, and it expired on her because she didn't check it within the week or two period before it expires. So they did all this back and forth. They did all this bitching and all this extra stuff just to still not actually get the stuff that I sent them, and they let it expire. Mrs. Luella let it expire. She hit me up days later, if not a week or two later, trying to see if I still had access to the assets. And I was like, I don't know. I don't really want to say fortunately or luckily because at that point I didn't really give a fuck because I did my part. But I'll say luckily for her, I was able to find a couple of those clips in my trash. And they were about to expire soon. So I was able to get those and send them to her and whatever, and then that was it. But it was just kind of funny to me that despite everything that y'all were doing and saying, when the stuff finally got uploaded and processed successfully to you, you didn't even give a fuck to download them before they expired, which is at least a week or two, a week minimum. And if you're in this business and like, that's a really long time to access files to download. And we're very aware of that process, especially the process they sent me. I forgot what the platform was, but you upload. Some people might know what this is, but you upload the files to it, and it sends it to them through email, and then they have like 7 days to download it. And she didn't, and she's lucky as fuck that I actually had them in the trash still, because for one, at that point, I already didn't care because I did my part, and for two, she's just lucky that I had them. Or they were gonna be looking really goofy, and I wouldn't really give a fuck at that point. So I actually don't know if I still have the UGC video from that, because early bird, it was Club Early Bird. That's what CEB means. Club Early Bird. So I'll see if I can pull up. I hope my emails are not on the stream. No, they're not. I'll see if I can pull up that brand's Instagram or something for you. Oh, I do have the UGC video still. I can play the video for you guys too. I just found the video. That's so funny. I thought I lost it, but I wasn't really tripping if I did. Now, I want to add something in here really quickly, but I'm not going to go too deep into this until I know for sure. But stay tuned for this for another episode if I do find out officially. Now, I've worked with two different Dylan Hayes in this business. One guy is like a younger guy. I've seen his Instagram before. And then there's this older guy that's CEO of Upshot. One of them hit me up. They followed up with me a few months ago to try to work with another brand. And they mentioned that we had worked through Upshot. So when I was going through these screenshots and everything a couple days ago, and I was going through the emails, I realized, I wonder if this guy that hit me back up is the CEO. And if he is, there's two things. One, he hit me back up to try to get me to work with another company. And two, how do I say it? Let's just say that in our email thread that we've been using, which was a week or two ago, by the way, in this thread that we've been in, let's just say I already wanted to make a whole new video talking about the communication issues. And then there's this older guy that's CEO of Upshot. One of them hit me up. They followed up with me a few months ago to try to work with another brand. And they mentioned that we had worked through Upshot. So when I was going through these screenshots and everything a couple days ago, and I was going through the emails, I realized, I wonder if this guy that hit me back up is the CEO. And if he is, there's two things. One, he hit me back up to try to get me to work with another company. And two, how do I say it? Let's just say that in our email thread that we've been using, which was a week or two ago, by the way, in this thread that we've been in, let's just say I already wanted to make a whole new video talking about the communication issues. Whoever the Dylan Hayes is that's been emailing me that I've been talking to over the last month, the guy's a joke in my emails. The guy's a joke in my emails. So I already wanted to do a whole stream on that, and I'm going to. But that's, like I said, that's something we'll get more into in a different episode. But just know, like, there might be a history of this shit. And I did find the video. Oh shit. I was supposed to show my emails. But actually, there's nothing too crazy right here. I'm going to pull this back up. But yeah, we did find the video actually, which is really funny. So I'll probably have to play this sometime with the club early bird. Let me see if I can find their Instagram. But the product was cool. The brand was really cool. It's just the platform itself that I was working with was like a it just didn't work. It just didn't work out. I think it's this one. Yeah, 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 yeah. It was a early bird morning cocktail, energy, hydration, motivation. So it was really cool product. It was really cool product. I wish I had a better experience, and I wish that thing went smoother on my end with the platform. But this was the brand. So like I said, nothing wrong with them, but just the platform itself was giving me issues, and I had some issues of my own. But it was really cool stuff. I'm still waiting on my order. It's been over a month. But yeah, early bird morning cocktail, blood orange mimosa, wake up easy, wake up happy. It had like electrolytes in it, some caffeine. It was cool. It tasted really good too. It was like orange juice. I said, hey, friend. Yeah, I didn't pretty much went over the episode already by now, but I can go over it one more quick. I can skim over it one more time for the people that are just joining. I can skim over it one more time and play the screen recording and everything like that. I'll do one more time. Uh-huh. But yeah, so um, I might play that. Oh shit, I might play that video, something in a different one. I forgot to stop my screen up. But yeah, so I'll just skim over because I've seen a couple people have popped in and out. I'll just skim over kind of like what this stream is about and like I'll just skim over what happened. But as y'all can see, day three CEO who talked shit about me. Uh, and I have receipts. I have a screen recording. I have pics of this guy, Dylan Hayes, owner, CEO. I have screenshots of the team, screen recordings and everything. And I put this shit in a song that's gonna drop on my album. Hopefully, I drop the album this year. But I think I might actually play like the recording on the song because that shit is funny. I think it's called "Fuck the Industry." But for the couple that's joining, long story short, day three, the CEO who talks shit about me. Keep in mind, I don't have beef with anybody in the business. The only people that I've had issues or beef with is CEOs, and I think that says a lot about the place and the position that I'm in. I don't give a fuck about these little photographers. I don't give a fuck about these little directors, these little actors, these little agents and shit like that. I'll talk about some of the stuff, but it doesn't really harm me. Now look, chat, we got Mr. Dylan Hayes here, and like I said earlier, he sounds how he looks, he acts how he looks. I'm gonna leave it there. So it doesn't look like a hater. That's so funny. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So a little context. I'm just gonna skim through it because I'm not gonna repeat everything I said. 30 minutes and 30 more minutes. But before I show these screenshots and before I play this audio, long story short, um, I was booked with Club Early Bird. I'll use this stuff as a reference now that I have it pulled up. I was booked for this brand, and the platform that I worked with through this brand was Upshot Creatives. And I'm sure they have an Instagram too. Well, they did. No information. Interesting. Huh. Hold on, chat. Private site. They're in Austin. I might pull up on these motherfuckers. The LinkedIn page doesn't exist. Yo, we're going down a loophole. Bro, we're seeing this shit in real time. Maybe it's this one. Is it Upshot Agency? I don't think it's this. I don't think it's this one. I don't think it's this one. This has to be a different one. It's Upshot Creatives, bro. Let me see. Like I know it when I see it. Yeah, this. It's this one. So I want did they shut their shit down? Hmm. We are getting ourselves into a loophole here, Chad, because did not know this. Okay, that's taking too long. I'm just trying to see if I can, because like I said, there's two Dylan Hayes that I know in this business, and they're two different people. Yeah, so there's this guy, and then there's the other guy. So I don't know which one of them has emailed me. I might shoot this guy DM, but he's with Upshot Creatives. So we got two different guys here, and I know I'm not tripping. Like, hold on. This can't be the same guy, right? This is two different people, right? Or am I tripping? Wait, is this the same guy? It's the same guy. And oh shit. Yo. It's the same guy. I thought this was two different guys, bro. Oh, this changes everything. Oh shit. Hold on. Bro, this changes everything. This changes everything. I thought this was a completely different guy. This is the same guy. Cat. Hold on. Because this guy's been emailing me again lately, trying to get me to work on another project, and he's been giving me some issues. I thought it was a different guy. Bro, this is the same fucking guy. And I was gonna do a whole stream talking about there's a whole stream, not a stream, I want to do a whole stream talking about the fucking problems this guy's been giving me my email to be like, don't be like this guy. And this is the same guy. Where is it, bro? Dylan Hayes, live fresh. Huh. Check this out, chat. I'm showing y'all some shit on my email. Shouldn't be showing all this. Dylan Warner Hayes, and that's Dylan W. Hayes right here. Chat. This is the same guy that's been emailing me again lately. Please check notes. Dylan Hayes here from my time at the ad agency Upshot Creatives. Hope this email finds you well. This nigga double backed on me. Bro, I'm too good at my job. I reached out now because I'm handling creator partnerships for Live Fresh, a premium oral care brand, and I immediately thought of you given your excellent work in the wellness space. I bet you did, bitch ass nigga. So about this brand, yeah, bro, this guy, bro, I'm not even, look, I'm not even gonna show everything yet. Immediately thought of you. I'm not even gonna show anything yet. I'm just gonna show these bottom. I'm just gonna show these bottom two emails. You can see February 26th, bro. This was like 2-3 weeks ago. This is I'm just gonna tease chat. I'm gonna tease chat because this is something I've been wanting to do on the stream too. Maybe I'll extend the Expose the Industry week and I'll make this longer. And I'll make this. Maybe I'll do like an extension. I'll do a couple more days. I can cover it in this exact same process. Like Dylan W. Hayes, 30 million plus in DTC sales with paid ad creatives, which means down to collaborate. Now I run strategy for brands, build AI marketing tools, and ship mobile games. Let me hear how this guy sounds in here.
Fight in Colombia is crazy. Okay. 1 minute, you're fighting a 9-year-old boy, desperately pulling your punches, trying to let him work and not hurt him.
Yeah, this is definitely him. Interesting. Interesting. And this guy's been a CEO before. Oh, chat. Oh, oh man. Do I tag this guy when I post this shit on Instagram? When I do these clips? Yeah. Yeah. So we know you're yeah. Y'all don't even want to know what I'm thinking right now. But yeah, like it. Nah, we know you're cooking. Nah, I am. Cause the first thing I'm thinking is, do I tag this motherfucker online? Yeah, this guy's cooked, bro. This guy's cooked. The shit that I'm processing right now. This shit's cooked, bro. This shit's cooked. This might be one of my best episodes yet. Wow. So we just went down a loophole that I didn't actually expect to go down right now. I was gonna tell you a little bit more about what happened, and now I have to do that because I just went down a loophole. I have this exact same guy in my email, and he is not doing his job correctly. And now I know it's this guy. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, and think that it was somebody else, but it's not. This is the brand I was talking about. So you can see I'm not capping. Upshot Creatives. I guess they deleted their. I don't know. Maybe bro gave it up. I'm not sure. Mushroom. Yeah. So this is our guy. This is the guy that we have right here. And while it's hot, let me just play the audio. Let me just play the fucking screen recording while it's hot, and then I'll give you some context. But since we just found out who this guy is, listen to this.
This guy sounds like a real problem. He's got stuff going on. I don't like this dude already. But literally, the only thing we need is just for him to film shots of himself waking up late, looking tired, looking disheveled. We already have shots of him drinking it and smiling, so that's fine. He doesn't need to have the shaker. We just need him to film shots of himself looking tired, looking disheveled, waking up late, having bad mornings. That's all the editor needs, and it just has to be at different angles.
I'm gonna just stop right there because this voice is actually annoying as fuck. Well, like I said, he looks how he sounds, he talks how he looks. I'm telling you I'm weak. Nah, this shit is actually funny as fuck. This is funny as fuck. This is so fucking funny. And I know this guy's probably got more power in the business, but I have more power verbally, and I have more power in the position that I'm in. And I honestly don't give a fuck. This is one of those situations where Some people are like, oh, you need proof of this, you need proof of that. But I got it. I have it. You know, it's right here. And you know what? This guy, this guy fucking sucks in his email too. Yeah, yeah. GG, buddy. And like I said, okay, let me give some more context again because I'm not saying like, okay, look, let me give you some context. Okay, so look, we have this screenshot right here. Now, okay, how do I start this? Okay, to summarize this, what does it see? LOL. um. Okay, that's where all. Okay, this is what I was saying before we went down that loophole of actually finding out this is the exact same guy. I never knew this until I scrolled because last time I saw it was like this. It looked like two different guys back when I saw it a while ago, but this is the same guy. And then you keep scrolling and it looks more familiar. And then you scroll down and you see the exact same shot. So, long story short, again, I got booked for Club Early Bird back in 2024. So, the platform, which is Upshot Creatives, they booked me to work to create an asset for them, which is this video right here. Like I said, I have all these receipts. This is the video right here. Right. So, and by the way, I got paid super shit. It was $70, by the way, which was a crazy low pay rate. So I signed to this platform back in 2024, and in between March and April 2024. I didn't get a booking or a project with them until the 6th or 7th month, which I said earlier, which is June, July. So I was waiting a couple months to even get this gig, and it was only for $70, which is super shit, by the way. So we had some issues in the beginning, and like I said, I take full responsibility because of course one of those things was out of my control. But I remember at first there was like a delay, and I don't think I was able to upload the B-roll by the deadline. The deadline passed, unfortunately, so we had some issues with that. And then after that, there were like some connectivity issues, and I forgot what the online site is called where you can upload assets to it. Like people might know, if they see this, they might be like, oh yeah, that's called, what's it called? But you basically get your files, you drag them into the website, and it creates a file online. It's like a file, and you put the emails, who it's to, who it's from, what it is, and it sends the assets through email to somebody else's email, and they can access it. And you only have about 7 days, maybe a little bit more, to download them before it expires. So I messed up on my end, and I there was a lot of stuff going on. I wasn't able to get the stuff over by the deadline, and then there were some issues with the processing. They didn't get some clips. Some of the clips didn't go through, and it wasn't the best process. Yeah, basically to summarize it, and then to make it worse, since like I was showing there, it's an active product, and this is what the canister looks like. So you get the product, you put it in there, you shake it around, you're good to go. It's like a pre-workout mimosa kind of thing. I went to go shoot more B-roll, and I took it to go hooping. I don't remember if we were outside hooping or if we were at a gym hooping. My bag got stolen. My bag got stolen, and this cup was in that bag. So I still had more stuff I had to shoot, and my bag got stolen, and the product got stolen. And again, you never want a product from a brand or a client to get stolen or anything like that. For it to be missing or for it to not deliver. It's just super inconvenient. But it can happen. This was a very, very, very rare. This is the only time this has ever happened to me in the hundreds of brands that have sent me stuff. This is the one time that it's happened. So yeah, um, back to this screenshot. This screenshot Okay, before I show you all this stuff, I'll give a little more context. I caught the CEO and his assistant talking shit about me in real time on this platform. So there's three things to know. You have the client, which is the brand that I'm working with, the platform that I'm doing it through, and the app that we're using to communicate. So some people might know what this is called, some people might not. It's called Slack. So Slack is like I don't remember what it was called, but Slack is like a Discord. A lot of businesses use it. A lot of businesses use it. A lot of brands use it. It's like Discord, but there's like not as many features. And you can see right here, like yeah, it's called Slack. So I made a Slack account to get connected with Upshot Creatives, which is owned by Dylan Hayes. This is the platform that was using Slack. So I'm using Slack. Like I'm connecting everything. I'm using Slack. You can see here the same way it looks here, the same screenshots right here, the same platform. So I'm using Slack to communicate to Upshot Creatives about the client that we were booked for, which is Early Bird. We had some issues at first. Things didn't work as smoothly as we wanted, and then my bottle got stolen. So I knew that it was going to be tricky, and I took full responsibility in telling her this and telling the team this because I knew it wasn't going to be a good look. I knew we probably weren't going to work again after this. I knew that it was going to create a lot of issues and a lot of inconvenience, and I already knew that, and I took full responsibility in accepting that fact and still letting them know what happened and what's going on. Now, this is where stuff gets funny because this is a thread that I was not supposed to see, but the universe works in mysterious ways. They were talking shit about me. So Luella here, which is his assistant, she sent the screenshot that I sent her. This white form right here is a screenshot of what I sent her, and she sent it to him. Hello, Dylan Hayes, sitting here Devonte's situation right now with this emoji right here where it's like, you know what I mean? And this is my message. And so he said what he said in the voice message. She reacted to it. And he said, "Thanks, Dylan Hayes. I agree. This is Devontae's first and last ad. I already advised the PMs will drop him." And I saw this and I replied. Best believe I replied. And I replied twice. So here's a little more context. $70. I waited months to get paid $70. I wasn't content with that. I was gonna leave this shit anyway. I didn't really give a fuck about this agency or anything like that. The company's cool. Early Bird Club, Early Bird, you're cool. Your product was amazing. Upshot Creatives, I already knew I fucked up. I didn't really kind of like want to be there after that. On top of that, I got paid shit. It took me months to get a booking and I got paid ass. So, yeah, that was that. And then after that issue came up, I was already like, yeah, I'm gonna just do this and I'm gonna be done. Now, I caught them talking shit in this thread and I wasn't supposed to see this. And this is what was for me. After this, I wasn't supposed to see this. At Devonte Infinity, hey, we really need the other footage and the one refilm shot, etc. Obviously, it's possible that the footage you filmed got corrupted somehow. Blah blah blah. Super large file, internet connection slow where you are. Blah blah blah. It is an issue. So there's a folder right here. Please do whatever it takes to make that happen today at all if possible. And I did. Now, this was early in the morning. I saw this shit. I got a couple notifications. I wasn't supposed to see this. I don't know where they fucked up at, but they fucked up, and they fucked with the wrong person. So as you can see here, I was just letting them talk. I was seeing a couple of these messages and letting them talk. And then I popped in. And so, I had to instigate, but I did it in a professional way. So, this part right here, I'll play this first part again because this shit is really funny to me. And I got this put on a song. I put this shit on a cover for the song.
This guy sounds like a real problem. He's got stuff going on.
This guy sounds like a real problem. Look, hold on.
This guy sounds like a real problem. He's got stuff going on. I don't.
Yeah, I did. I did. So you go right here. And after that, that's when she said, "Thanks, Dylan Hayes. Agree. This is Devontae's first and last ad. I already advised the PMs will drop him." So I said, "I understand. I'm aware this was coming. And after the difficulties, it's only right. I'll get those to you today." So I sent those over. And then I came back. They finally went through and I came back. I circled back. I had to instigate a little bit. And I added both of them. I tagged both of them. Because once I said that first message, they didn't say shit else. So they know they fucked up and that they did it in the wrong thread or whatever happened on their end, they fucked up somewhere and I was still seeing what they were saying. After this, they probably went one on one somewhere else and that's cool with me, but I saw what I needed to see. So I took responsibility and then I came back. I had to instigate it. So I said, I understand I'm where this was coming. And after the difficulties, it's only right. I'll get those to you today. And then I circled back and I added both of them. I said, I agree. At Dylan Hayes and at Luella, he had a very rough week last week. Thankfully, this week has been off to a much better start. I sent over a few raw shots today successfully via WeTransfer to Luella. I hope these work. With a smiley face. And also, yeah, chat, it was WeTransfer. I forgot that's what it was called. So yeah. So I went in a third person perspective. I'm talking shit too. I'm like, I agree. At Dylan Hayes, at Luella, he had a very rough week last week. Thankfully, this week has been off to a much better start. I hope these work. So yeah. That's what was going on there. And this might be one of those things people wouldn't even believe if I didn't have proof, but I have proof because for one, this was really crazy to actually experience this in real time. And then on top of that, I just wanted proof in case something went wrong, in case something went to shit. And I think I knew one day I wanted to talk about this and address this. So obviously I said a lot of stuff that I've exposed a lot of things. Sometimes I have proof, sometimes I don't, but I don't just say shit just to say it. I would have much rather not be in this type of situation, but I like I said, I'm the one that it happens to because I'm the one that puts an end to it. So yeah, we got screenshots of their chats. We got, what I'm saying, a screenshot of this guy. We got the screen recording of the audio. We got bro's Instagram right here. We got Upshot creatives. I literally have everything on fucking film. And this is the guy right here. And this is also the same guy that hit me up at the end of last year talking about, I immediately thought of you giving your exit work in the wellness space. And I feel kind of dumb for this to an extent because I honestly thought this was somebody else. And it's the same guy. And this guy is giving me some fucking bullshit in the email. And it looks like I'm about to follow back up with this guy and say something else. So this is just me being real, bro. This is just me being real and unsolicited. Because this is crazy. Look at this fucking AI flyer. But this is really crazy, bro. This is really crazy to see. And for him to double back is even more disrespectful. Like bro, look at who you're talking to, bro. I don't work for free. I don't work for $70. I do things at a high level professionally. I know I had some issues with you guys and my stuff got stolen. It was just a very, very unfortunate time, and experience, but you can go and you can see I'm very credible. And there's one thing about me, I've exposed a lot of stuff in this business, but I'm not gonna sit here online in a damn Slack thread and talk shit about a team member. But again, here we are. So this is day 3 of me exposing a CEO. And now that we've gone through down this loophole and we've learned some more stuff, I got a couple new approaches to go on from here. And I got to see how exactly I want to do this. We already exposed a couple other brands earlier this week at day 2. You go and you see day 2 right here. Day 2, I exposed 2 brands yesterday from Twitch. Is your brand safe? Tune in. So what I'm thinking of doing, what I already kind of wanted to do, and I'm going to think about this more myself and tweak it, but what I kind of wanted to do is whenever I'm done with this series, I need to finish it soon because I have a lot more stuff I need to work on, a lot more stuff to drop. And at some point, I want to put something on my main grid where I tag everybody. So I didn't want to put all the flyers like as an individual post. That shit would look really lame to be on my main grid. But we're building up. You see, we're building up, and we're kind of revamping, and we have the flyers and stuff, and then we have collaborations in between, different things in between, tips and stuff. So by the time the plan is with this creative direction, the plan is by the time this is said and done and we're finished with this, and you go to my pages, you're gonna see the flyers, videos in between, and you're gonna see that we've been doing this for like a little minute. When I get a chance and it's all said and done, I need to figure out how I'm gonna make a post for my grid and send it to people where I have, the flyers on the grid. Because obviously the thing with reels is, let's be honest, all of your followers don't see them. And I don't give a fuck about that. And obviously most people don't care about this shit. I don't give a fuck about that either because I know the right people do care. And I know that I'm bringing a lot of value to this industry. So I don't really give a fuck who's watching, who's there, who supports it. I don't give a shit. I'm doing my part. This shit is not all Hollywood. This shit is not all glam and gold like people think. There's a lot of weird shit, a lot of negative shit that happens in this space, and nobody covers it. Everybody wants to look like a celebrity and just show the positive things. Nobody really wants to break in both sides. That's where I come in. So when I figure out how I want to approach that post, it's gonna be really interesting, and I'm probably gonna send it to as many people as I can. And I also want to tag those involved, of course. Of course, I do. So we're gonna have this guy in there. We're gonna have what is it? What's the Zeos one? The Zeos brand. I forgot what their stuff was called. It was Zeos dot something. Let me just see what pops up when I just search this generally. We got Zeos. We got the Zara Shilajit brand. Okay. Um, Zeos wear. Okay, Zeos wear. That shit didn't pop up. Nah, not Boca. Oh, I did forget I spoke about Boca too. Damn. We're really pressing the business for real, bro. Yeah, unfortunately, in fact, so we're gonna expose them. We're gonna expose Zeos wear. Zara Shilajit. Nothing. I just didn't say anything. We're gonna expose these fools. I didn't say anything. It was just action. Yeah, man, it sucks. But do what we gotta do. You see, they still follow me. Yep. So it's gonna be interesting. They probably won't even see it, but I don't care because I'm gonna just do my part, like I said. Let me see what we're supposed to do tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow the dynamic's gonna switch. I'm gonna give up some free game. Chilling. Tomorrow I'm gonna give up some free game. These first couple days we hit it off really hard. We're exposing stuff. But tomorrow we're gonna switch it up a little bit. Day 4, how to get booked and stay booked. So we're gonna give out some free tips, free game tomorrow. That little nice shot right there with the Dr. Squatch. Gonna be nice. Day 5, 6, 7. We're just gonna have to wait. Now tomorrow, I'm gonna drop some more. I'll probably drop a couple of like recent streams tomorrow. How many days I still have to download these? It's Friday. Tomorrow I might stream a little earlier. Just depends how I feel. Day one, we got 3 days for day one. Day 1.2, day two, day two. New client, new product. So we have a couple streams that I downloaded recently. They just expired. I think it's these two. We got the escape game. We got the collaboration one. We got a couple of them that I didn't publish. So tomorrow for YouTube, I'm probably gonna drop a couple. I'll probably drop a couple streams tomorrow. Really excited to get through with these drops and to get through with like dropping these streams, the day streams, the new series we've been doing. Because after that, then I can jump into the behind the scenes that I've been wanting to drop. We're gonna start with Timberland. I got a whole Timberland behind the scenes series coming. It's gonna be fire. But you see, we got new hair product video up, just like a run back to the Timberland. We got the flyer up. We got a Cherry MX video up. Commission only deals or scams. Here's why. This is some free game right here. Day two, lock logs. Day one, our brands release gaming creators. Yes. Free game right here. Lock your information. Day one, curly hair wash. Day exposed to industry week stars. We got a lot of stuff up right here that we've been dropping. So tomorrow I'm gonna drop the next flyer. I'll probably drop maybe 2 streams. I'm so glad to see the Rod Boxer versus Devin on us. Shoot. Hold on. I just got an email from a client. Shout out to Rose. Shout out to Roman. I got two packages right now. I might do an unboxing stream. I don't know if y'all remember Roman. Roman, while we're here, I worked with Roman. The last time I worked with Roman was in 2023 in LA. It's just Ro, but it doesn't pop up sometimes for whatever reason. It's a health brand. Very major health brand, actually. And I never even posted them on my end. But I'm sure you've seen this brand before. Very, very big brand. I don't know if they have a women's side too. That might be him and hers, but very big health brand. They have ads everywhere on TV, Super Bowls, everything like that. And they make sexual health products. So they make stuff, to help you with health, to help you with ED. They make like stuff for sex and stuff like that. I know they have some health products too, but it's like, like men's health. What the fuck is this? Bro, what is this fucking site it's taking me to, bro? Yeah. So it's called Roman, short for Row. I know she's been getting a lot of backlash for going the GLP route. We can probably talk more about this whenever I do a stream talking about like our collaboration. But she's been getting some shit about this, doing the Ozempic and all that. But they do stuff like, see, like they got weight loss stuff, sexual health, fertility, hair, skin, daily health. They have a lot of cool stuff. They have some stuff is like it's subjective. But they have some stuff that is really, really nice. So they have more stuff now. Back when I worked with them a couple years ago, they weren't doing everything like this. They were only doing like stuff to help men, and now they have all sorts of stuff. But again, this is a stream for another day. I'm not gonna go too into that. But they just doing something with them right now, actually. So one of their team members just hit me up. We're gonna shoot over this weekend. Package just came in. So yeah, shout out to Roman, bro. Shout out to Roman. Shout out to Roman for real. So yeah, tomorrow I need to write this down in my planner. But we got the new stream coming tomorrow. Saturday, we got I'm gonna drop the new flyer, drop a couple reels, couple shorts. Nothing to my grid. We did the beginning of the stream. We talked a little bit about the Rise collab, and I'm gonna circle back on it tomorrow. We'll talk about it again tomorrow more in depth. I'll show you more of this stuff. And we're gonna drop a couple more streams to YouTube as well. I'm not sure exactly when I'm gonna start dropping these streams from the series. I have no idea because I feel like I need to get all the flyers up first, and I missed a day because I was just tired as fuck. I almost didn't even do this shit today, but I'm like, nah, I need to because I don't want to get too far behind. But I'm really just out of it right now. And then we did something with Marvel. So hopefully they process that through this weekend and it gets approved next week. And then we can talk about that, show a little bit more about that, and I get a nice little check. Yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to do on this stream. I didn't want to be I don't want to be on here too long today. I'm tired. Tired as hell. Still got more stuff I gotta work on tonight and through this weekend too. So I just hope that things go well over this weekend, over Monday, Tuesday, so I can just sleep for a day or something. But yeah, I'm gonna probably just wrap this one up right here. Save some juice for tomorrow. So let's just stop by. Appreciate it. I know it's hella late, so it's not as popping, but like I said, I don't really care. If you show, you show. We're gonna get this up on honestly, I might just wait till next week to drop the to start dropping the streams. And shout out to Liz in the chat. Or I'll probably wait till next week to start dropping those streams for real. Cause I still have a few more drops to do this week. Um Stay tuned next week too. I think it's time to drop another short film onto my main grid. It's all about just balancing everything out. It's time to drop another short film to my main grid. So that's gonna be nice. And I'll do a stream. I'll do a stream showing that and playing some of that. I'm gonna do more streams on my artist stuff. Like I'm gonna play more songs on the stream. I'm gonna play more short films on the stream and stuff. But definitely go show some love to this. If y'all really fuck with me, show some love to this. This isn't for everybody though. And I meant to do a happy International Women's Day stream, but I didn't get to. I did a repost though. These two poems right here are very like you see they're called She's Unstoppable and Divine Feminine. Very woman supportive. So check those out. And when I get some more time and motivation and inspiration, I'll drop more of these. But go check these out. I'm not gonna play them right now. I might still just do a happy International Women's Day stream. Just be late with what you guys. Well, no, nothing particularly. Just for those that want to see more of like my deeper universe. This is like the unfiltered one right here. This is as deep as it gets, and this is just the surface for real. But yeah, so we got all this stuff here. I'm gonna do a stream. I'm gonna start doing more streams, obviously showing like short films and songs and releases and all that cool stuff too. But you know what I'm saying, a day at a time. We got a lot of stuff we're showing right now. I need to drop a song. I might drop a song next month too. I just gotta get through this shit this month, man. I gotta get through this shit this month. I gotta get my inspiration back for the music. I'm gonna drop some shit. Drop some shit for the spring. Drop some spring/summer vibes. And I'll drop more of my poem series too. I started out really strong, and then I just so busy doing all this other shit. But we're gonna get through it. Yeah, yeah, we're about to drop some Latin, some Afro fusion stuff. That's my next drop. It's gonna be super crazy. Um, it's gonna be super crazy. When I finish the song, we're gonna shoot some videos. Like I'm about to really turn up the music shit. Yeah, shit gonna be hard. Shit gonna be so hard. In the meantime, before I get off, I might be able to play this little mix I was working on a few months ago where I put the CEO's voice log on my song. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. I might play a little bit. Then one of these days I'll play some of the stuff, some of the music on stream, but just not yet. I'm not ready to do all that yet. I think once we get out of this month and we get out of all these projects and we get out all this stuff right here and I kind of get out this like creative slump, we'll show a lot more creative stuff. Which would have been a little sooner, I think, but we just started a whole new series. Shit. Let me see what I did it on. I don't know if I did it on Logic or Ableton. Is it Fuck the Industry? It probably is Fuck the Industry. I can't wait to drop this album. It's gonna be my debut album. This shit is gonna hit so hard. That's why it's taking me a minute to work on it. I actually overdid it too. I think I'm gonna have two bodies of work. Yeah, check this out. Ah, hold on. I don't know if you, hold on. Can I? Hold on. I'm not trying to show everything on stream. I'm not trying to show everything. Fuck it. This is super super raw. Like I put this together. Like I put like a couple layers together in one day, and then I just kind of got off. I just pretty much wanted to get I wanted to get his audio onto it and kind of like play it over a loop and see how it felt, and then I just kind of left it at that. But we're gonna work on this soon. Hold on, let me see if I can pull up Logic on the stream real quick. Um, hold on a second, because I've never actually done this before. Oh, my bad, stream. This whole time I thought I was showing y'all stuff on. I had the wrong tab open. I had the day 3 tab open. I thought I had this open. This is what I was saying. I was talking about next week's drop. I'm dropping a short film here, and then this is what I was talking about. I was saying this channel. If people really want to support like what I really really do on a deeper level, this is it right here. And this is what I was talking about. For Happy Women's International Day or Happy whatever. I was gonna post one of these. I was gonna show one of these on stream. I'll probably do it tomorrow. But these are very like women inspired. She's Unstoppable right here, and then Divine Feminine. So these are very women inspired. I should have actually dropped something else and then dropped these on Women's Day, but I honestly didn't know that it was coming. But anyways, yeah, I had the wrong tab open on stream, so that's my bad. But let me see if I can pull up Logic. Oh, you can. Okay, okay. Look, so you see, it says this guy's a problem. So we got like a little mix, but this is super raw. Like I haven't touched this. This is really raw. I shouldn't even be playing this shit because like it was pretty much me just testing the audio of how I wanted him to sound, kind of, and then just kind of playing it over like a loop or two. But it's not really shit. But you can kind of like see, kind of like, I guess the direction I was kind of trying to work towards. I put this fucking CEO in a mix, bro. Like, who's doing this? Who do you know is having with CEOs like this and then fuck around and go to the studio, put them on a fucking song?
This guy sounds like a real problem. He's got stuff going on. I don't like this dude already.
I don't like this dude already, dude.
This guy sounds like a real problem. He's got stuff going on. I don't like this dude already. But literally, the only thing we need is just for him to film shots of himself. This guy sounds like a real problem. He's got stuff going on. I don't like this dude already. But literally, the only thing we need is just for him to film shots of himself.
See, like it needs work, but like I was just trying to test some shit. Like, I'm trying to get it going. Like, I think I cut this off and then like let this play and then these kind of go and then like the bass comes. But like I said, I just kind of threw a couple layers together. So I mean, but it's super super far from finished. Bitch, I'm gonna go ahead and get off. I'm gonna go ahead and get off. Show some love to the artist channel. Might be some stuff you like there, man. Take care. Drink your water. Shout out to Rise Mushroom Coffee. Get your sleep. Detox. Get right. Stay positive. And I'm gonna be back tomorrow. So y'all take care.